What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 6th of April. We're going to look today at Litecoin, ticker symbol LTC USD. Coinbase will be this data. TradingView.com is what you're seeing right now on the screen using the free version of TradingView.com. Guys, if you didn't know this, you can actually link your broker within TradingView and then trade off of these charts. They have a really good charting platform here on TradingView.com. Take a quick look at coin market cap, guys. Litecoin is ranked number 13, has a market cap of, it looks like 6 billion right now, currently down 3.6%, trading at under $100, 91.36, guys. So Litecoin definitely not talked about too much in the, at least that I see, the mainstream crypto news community network. I'm sure there is a community for it, but don't hear too much about it. So let's take a closer look into the charts. Actually, before we do that, let's take a zoom out on the charts. So back in, let's see here, back in the days of $2 to $3 to $4 Litecoin back in here, 17, 18, you want to see something crazy is Litecoin went from roughly the $3 to $4 range all the way up to, it looks like we hit a high of $415. I remember Litecoin back in this day. I caught portions of this move. Definitely did not catch anywhere close to the whole thing, but I was definitely making hundreds of percent on Litecoin. Trading on Coinbase back in that 2017, 2018 timeframe. What a cool thing. I could not believe the percentages that this was moving back in those days. I mean, roughly, a 9,000, 8,000% move in a relatively short period of time. I mean, this all happened within, let's see here. This is actually pretty good. This is 250 bars, so a little bit less than a year. It moved from the 3 to 4 up to the $300 to $400 range. So why are we talking about Litecoin today? Let's take a look at what's going on here. So we have patterns within patterns. What we have here for Litecoin that at least I see, and it depends on, of course, what Bitcoin does. We've looked at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is, patiently taking its time. It actually has a look to it like, this recent 20 some days or so of just trading sideways, taking its sweet time. Personally looking for a break higher in Bitcoin. So we'll have to see. We'll check out a Bitcoin chart shortly. Anyways, on the Litecoin chart, we have this choppy to vicious V bottom that instantly rallied out of there. And now we've been trading sideways. This also has a rough look to it. It's definitely not perfect since it's not a rounding bottom of a cup with handle. And essentially looking for a breakout to the upside for Litecoin. So basically taking out the highs here. Let me get the roughly something like this. Looking for, it's not a perfect cup with handle because it has a sharp V bottom. But, roughly a cup with handle, and then looking for that breakout. That is one scenario that could play out for Litecoin. Right now it's trading at 91.22. Scenario number 2 that could be playing out that you want to keep your eye on is this could be a lower high. Now, since I think Bitcoin is going higher, that would indicate me leaning more towards the bullish breakout than to what I'm about to show you, which would be a So we have this vicious sell-off here to a rally. But guys, this is a lower high. So a lower high, and then what we could get next is that lower low, which would be undercutting the low over here in that $65 range. And that would be a big change in trend to the downside. So that is, I'm not saying that's not possible. That's definitely possible. If Bitcoin really starts to roll over, then, Litecoin is going to follow the same path and roll over as well. But if Bitcoin breaks out, which we will look at a chart before this video is over, then I think we could be setting up for more of a bullish scenario here and get that breakout. I do have two areas above the market, 114.82, 114.82, and then above that we have a 134.53. Those are also two shorter term price targets, assuming we get that bullish breakout and head higher, taking out some of these major highs here. The 16th of February, which was 105.69. So 114.82 and then 134.53. So if we moved up there from where we're currently trading, first would be a 25 and then a 47% move higher. Guys, Litecoin at $91, pretty darn cheap if you ask me. Litecoin down here in June, July at $40. Very, very cheap. But I think long term, quite the bargain. But you can see where the price, we have all of this, like I call it the box method. I've talked about this in previous videos with other assets. So we have all of this overhead supply here trading within this box I drew. And then we broke down below it. And now we are bumping our head, essentially, the prices at the lower end of this at the higher end of our box, but the lower end of this box. So support, 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 gets broke, back test, resistance. So we're at a critical moment here, looking for the price to either, one, break out to the upside, which I think if Bitcoin can get out of its own way and move past the 28,249 level, then Litecoin will go to the upside. If the markets can't get themselves together and get a footing, then something like this is probably going to take place, or we chop down to sideways for some more time, letting time go by, and then price will eventually move to the upside. We'll see, guys. Sitting at a critical moment here for Litecoin and Bitcoin. So 91.20 is the price. We have upper targets 114.82, 134.53. Eventually they will be hit. Maybe it's not this cycle, maybe it's next. So we'll have to keep a close eye on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart real quick here. Wrap this video up. So Bitcoin / US dollar, using that Coinbase data once again. So you can see we've been talking about this price for a while. Actually, that reminds me, I want to go back to the Litecoin chart. So Bitcoin has been finding resistance at 28,249. I have a blue line on my chart, represents that 28,249 level. Look at all of these days here where we have candle wicked and we have been stuck at that level. Something's going to happen here. And what I mean by that is we have all this energy building up here at this 28,249. We're either going to get a very strong break to the upside outside of this base. Essentially, this is a big basing pattern. So we're either going to get that breakout to the upside, guys, or they're going to pull the plug on the market and we're going to drop like a rock. We saw that take place essentially over here not too long ago in that February, March timeframe, but then we found support and rallied. So both scenarios, it's possible. It's possible we break out and then they pull the plug and then we drop back down to our 26, 25, 7 levels, or the energy just gets broken to the upside in a big, big way and doesn't look back. So we're still looking for that $30,000 Bitcoin. We did hit a level of 29,143. Let's go back to Litecoin. Do I have Litecoin here on my charts? I guess I don't. Oh, there it is. So I want to also mention before we wrap this up that the RSI it's starting to roll over down here, but it's still trending to the upside. So it's something worth keeping in the back of your mind that the RSI is still moving higher, but it's kind of starting to roll over. We started to see that with XRP, where the price was kind of not yet rolling over, but the RSI was, and then we saw the price finally catch up, but nothing too, it's not worth too much weight, I should say, and unless it gets to an extreme, like an extremely overbought or an extremely oversold RSI. So we'll see what scenario plays out here, guys. Do we get the breakout from this rough cup with handle to the upside? Do they pull the plug and put in a lower low for the market and for Litecoin, which would essentially bring it down all the way to the 60s? We will see. Markets don't look too good right now, unfortunately, over in the stock market, but the day by day can change quickly. Sometimes just a little bit of time has to go by, then the market can continue its upward movements. So it would be nice to see Litecoin get above that. Essentially, it's that 95.64 area. And like I said, two upper targets, 114 and 134. Guys, thanks for hanging out here on the channel. Thanks for watching. We just hit 2,000 Micro Futures Traders subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Join us here on the channel and let me know your thoughts on Litecoin. Let me know your thoughts on some other cryptos that you want to see some videos about, and we will check them out. You guys have a great day. Take care.